If you already own guinea fowl, you know they are both a blessing and the biggest headache on the farm. Our last video about them blew up, and the wave of comments from the community was massive. You told us your triumphs and your frustrations. They are loud, they escape, they're hard to raise, but still, thousands of you, and especially me, defend and love them with passion. Today, we're going to put aside the myths and generalities. We're going to use the collective wisdom of over 100 breeders just like you to share the most honest and valuable information ever compiled. This is your voice, distilled into solutions. If you're debating bringing them home, or if you're looking for a better guardian than geese, the answer isn't in myths, it's in experience. Here are the top reasons to choose guinea fowl, information only seasoned breeders with years of hands-on management can give you. Let's get started. Guinea fowl don't just casually peck the ground, they have an active foraging behavior, specifically seeking parasites in tall grass, shrubs, and around livestock. The community has confirmed over and over that they are the only poultry that consistently hunts and targets ticks. It's not a myth, it's a documented fact. These birds have the capacity to consume over 400 ticks in a single hour. The most valuable testimonials we've received come from properties that struggled with pests for years, but achieved total clearance in a span of 6 to 12 months, transforming the land into a safe space for families and pets. This is an invaluable public health service. By drastically reducing the tick population on your property, you not only protect your flock but also limit the spread of serious, tick-borne diseases to humans and pets. It's a safety investment that pays for itself. The utility of the guinea fowl goes beyond ticks. Breeders have discovered that their ravenous diet covers a wide spectrum of threats that other poultry simply ignore. They are especially effective against nettles, weeds few other species touch, and against scorpions and dangerous crawling insects. Furthermore, their hunting instinct makes them an effective biological control against small rodents. While foraging in the field, they actively hunt and deter mice and small rats, preventing these threats from getting near the barns or the coops of your more defenseless poultry. By keeping a guinea fowl flock, you are establishing a buffer zone against almost any pest that moves on your property. They are a comprehensive defense system that cleans the land of both agricultural and health threats, proving to be the most versatile workers on the farm. Forget electric fences and cameras, the most effective alarm system is biological. The guinea fowl is the perfect sentinel for the farm, and its shriek is your insurance policy. This alarm is activated at the slightest anomaly, whether it's a person, a vehicle, or a predator. What's most impressive, and confirmed by large property owners, is that this noise not only alerts the farmer, but is also penetrating enough to deter and chase away large predators, like foxes, coyotes, and even bobcats. The intruder rarely sticks around to investigate after a guinea fowl chorus. Their hypervigilance is constant. Owners know they can trust them because they are genetically programmed to relentlessly scan the environment. It's not just about noise, it's about total attention to property security, giving you invaluable peace of mind. People debate the need for snake protection in regions where they aren't venomous. The point the community has made clear is, the guinea fowl prevents any reptile from settling. Their presence creates a hostile environment. Their effectiveness is based on their group territorial defense behavior. Upon spotting a snake, they don't flee. The flock immediately groups up to surround, harass, and relentlessly peck at it until the reptile is forced to retreat. This active and collective attack instinct is what sets them apart. Breeders value them because they prevent snakes from nesting, hiding, and putting chicks, eggs, or your pets at risk. They are a vital security component in any rural area. If you're looking to minimize vet costs, the guinea fowl is your answer. Their origin in the harsh African savannas has given them an exceptional genetic hardiness, which translates into superior immunity in the coop. This natural robustness means they are remarkably resistant to many of the common diseases and parasites that decimate the more delicate or artificially bred domestic chickens. This reduces the frequency with which you need to worry about outbreaks in your flock. In budget terms, this resistance means lower expenses on preventative medicine and vet visits. As birds that can live more self-sufficiently and healthily, they become a more reliable and profitable long-term investment for the breeder. The noise is, indisputably, the #1 criticism. Breeders have confirmed it. The guinea fowl is so loud that it can cause conflicts with neighbors and is the primary reason why people decide to remove them from a property. We have to be honest about this reality. However, the secret to managing it is to understand that the noise is the bird's function, not a defect. It's the price you pay for total security. Successful breeders have learned to live with it, understanding that this volume is what chases the coyote away before it reaches the fence. The practical solution to mitigate the volume is to manage the size and composition of the flock. It is recommended to keep a small group, ideally of 4 to 6 individuals, and limit the number of males, which tend to be more vocal and noisy, especially during breeding season. Many breeders have spent time and money trying to fence guinea fowl only to watch them escape again and again. Testimonials confirm they are so stubborn they can find a way to escape even after their wings are clipped. Fencing is not the answer. Training is the only permanent solution. You must invest time in convincing these birds that their home, their coop, is the safest and most desirable place on the whole property, otherwise they will wander aimlessly and be vulnerable. This requires patience, but it's worth it. The guinea fowl is not a domestic bird, it's a semi-wild bird with an inherent need to explore. The breeder must change their mindset. Instead of forcing them to stay, you must actively motivate them to return. The challenge of them roosting in trees is real and dangerous, as it leaves them exposed to nocturnal predators. But breeders have found a way to beat this instinct through a simple bribe. The key is to use a high-value food incentive that they cannot get in the field and that is only offered inside the coop at dusk. This creates an unbreakable habit of returning. Community experts have identified mealworms as the most effective dry protein for this purpose. By offering this treat only inside the shelter consistently, the guinea fowl associates the coop with the best reward of the day, returning willingly before the sun goes down. There is a belief that the guinea fowl is aggressive toward domestic chickens, and this is true if they are introduced as adults. Their nervous temperament can lead to pecking and bullying of the more docile birds, disturbing the peace of the coop. However, the most successful breeders know that the secret is early integration. If you raise guinea keets alongside domestic chicken chicks from day one, they will adopt the coop and the flock as their own social group. By growing up together, the guinea fowl will develop a bond with its companions, and its vigilance instinct will be directed toward protecting the group instead of attacking it. This transforms a coexistence problem into a security benefit. If your goal is to reduce feed costs on your farm, the guinea fowl is your best candidate. Their strong foraging instinct, driven by their African nature, means they are experts at finding their own food. Breeders confirm that they can self-sustain on most of their daily diet of insects, seeds, and grass. This self-sufficiency makes them an incredibly economical option compared to chicken breeds that rely entirely on concentrated feed. This economic benefit allows the breeder to reduce the amount of commercial feed they need to buy. You only need to supplement with feed or grain at night, a minimal cost that also serves to incentivize their return to the shelter, as we already mentioned. Putting the management challenges aside, the reward is on the plate. Breeders are unanimous. The flavor of the guinea fowl is unmatched and consistently surpasses chicken, duck, turkey, and pheasant. Its lean meat is dark, intense, and has a delicious gamey or rustic flavor that immediately elevates it to the gourmet market. It is this quality that keeps it a profitable and desired option. Despite its smaller size, this gastronomic value allows it to compete in a high-profit niche where the price per pound is significantly higher than that of chicken. The guinea fowl is, in essence, a low-maintenance luxury product. Cooks and breeders in the community have shared a secret. The guinea fowl, being so lean, does not do well with simple roasting, as it tends to dry out. The secret is in slow, moist cooking. The consensus is that its best uses are in stews, braises, or in the classic European holiday dish, cooked with the moisture and sweetness of fruits like raisins, plums, or apples. This culinary approach not only guarantees tender and juicy meat, but also enhances its gamey flavor. By sharing these community tips, you provide practical value that guarantees a successful dining experience. It's a documented reality. The guinea fowl has a seasonal lay of 60 to 120 eggs per year, and they are terrible mothers. They abandon nests, leave eggs, and have high keep mortality. However, this weakness is a business opportunity. The high demand for their eggs and their inability to sit creates a premium value for fertile eggs. The most reliable and proven solution by breeders is simple: use a domestic broody hen. A native hen with good maternal instinct becomes the perfect surrogate mother, ensuring the fragile keets survive and the flock successfully expands. If you are frustrated trying to distinguish males from females by sight, you're not alone. Visually, they are practically identical. That's why experienced breeders have learned to ignore the size of the wattle or crest and rely solely on the vocal sound once the bird reaches maturity. This is the only foolproof tool. Listen carefully. Only the female is capable of emitting the more complex call, a sound with a clear two-syllable inflection. This vocalization is almost a song or a call that varies in tone. If you hear this melodic sound "al," you will know with certainty that you have a female. The male, in contrast, only emits a monotone, one-syllable shriek. This sound, which is constant, high-pitched, and without tonal variation, is what he uses to activate the alarm. The key to managing your flock lies in training your ear to distinguish the female's two-part call from the male's simple shriek. This tool, validated by the community, is the most accurate method for managing the ideal number of males and females you need to form your ideal flock. Finally, we address the guardian debate. The goose is bigger and louder, but its territorial aggression is a documented risk to visitors, small children, and other farm animals. The guinea fowl offers superior security without physical risk. You get the perfect alarm and, crucially, you get pest control, ticks, snakes, insects, a service the goose does not provide. In short, the guinea fowl is the smart choice for comprehensive low-risk security on the farm. Breeders choose the guinea because it offers the intelligence and vigilance to protect the property, while the goose only offers size and threat. There you have it. The guinea fowl is a bird of contrasts. They are loud, but they are the best alarm. They are hard to raise, but their meat is unrivaled. Your final decision comes down to one thing. Is the sacrifice worth the reward? If total tick control, property security, and the peace of mind of your livestock are your priority, the answer is a resounding yes. No other bird offers this complete security and sanitation package. We want the conversation to continue. What is your best trick for getting them to return to the coop? Leave your most valuable advice for me in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next videos. Don't forget to give it a like and share this video with that friend who is still undecided between the goose and the guinea fowl. See you at the coop. To your success, fellow breeder. Until next time.